Evening, guys. Hope you're all well. This is probably going to be a bit rusty since it's been several months since I made a video, but I said I would make a video when I've sold my bags, and yeah, this is what I want to talk about. I'm going to go into the technical side of things and where I think we are, and just on the personal side, my life has changed a lot. I am now going to be leaving the UK. That's what I've been working on for the last few months. I've been busy with projects, and I am heading over to Asia. So I will be in Asia from May onwards. So partial of the reason why I haven't made any videos, because it's just been a lot of work getting things prepped and ready and all sorted there. So my apologies for not making any videos. It is part of the reason why I have sold my bags as well, because even though I do believe price can go higher, for me, leaving, I just need to kind of bag what I've got here the now and just secure that. But let me just talk through price, because it is moving up, and I think it has the potential to maybe go a little bit higher. But just from my personal circumstances, I just need to de-risk essentially and make sure I'm all sound for that. So again, apologise, and then I'm probably going to be putting a pause on the channel just now, because from my side of things, I'm just under-promising. Sorry, I'm not under-promising. I'm over-promising and under-delivering. I said I'm going to put out these videos weekly, and I'm not doing it, and yeah, I'm just not having the time. So I'm probably going to pause this channel. This is probably going to be my last video for now anyway. Let's see how Asia turns out. I might have more time there, but for now the channel will be paused, so don't expect any updates, and this is my update on why I've sold the bags and where I think price is going next. I do believe we might get a bit more of a pump, so probably a good spot to get out in my opinion, but obviously we've already retraced a fair amount, so it's up to you whether you want to hold your bags or get out. Let me make the case and see where we are. So the last video here, I don't know if you remember it, I said there's a concrete wall coming up here because everything, the EMA ribbons, the bull market support, the EMAs, the SARS, everything was forming in the same spot. There's a lot of confluence there. And I said to you guys as well, I said what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at there, and I'll decide on what I'm going to do on price action there. My life got so busy, I completely missed this. So even when I said I'm going to be looking at this, it's just so busy. And then this happened, flushes right down. And obviously I'm not selling at the bottom here. But I was looking for a way out as I was coming up here. And as I can see, I think here we're going to have another concrete wall here. Now let me go through why I think that is. So here, see this line here? This is a breakdown, and that is now termed resistance. So that's the first point. That is going to be a strong resistance there. We also have a gap fill. These gap fills are normally, they open up when price moves over the weekend, and it doesn't. Let me just open up. This might explain it a little bit better. See? So when price moves down, this is open Monday to Friday. This is the CME futures. And when price dumps down over the weekend, when price opens up again on Monday for this exchange, it's moved down, it's gapped down. And what happens is these are normally filled back up. So we have the gap fill, we have that resistance. We are also on a massive head and shoulders at the top here. If we look here. Now this might not be the news that you guys are wanting to hear, but I'm just giving it to you straight. Giving you my opinion. You can do as you wish. So that head and shoulders has now officially broke down. And that is the neckline here. Let me just change this to another colour. Just say red. This line here is the neck line. So price will usually come up and retest this, which is a good sign, you know. This is why here is concrete. We've got the gap fill, we've got the horizontal resistance, and we've got the neckline. And we have the bull market support coming in. We have the EMA ribbons there. We have got more EMA ribbons there. The Gaussian channel has just turned red as well. This is not a good sign. This normally shows when we're in the bear market, you know. So there's not a lot of good factors here. No, that's the midline there again from the Bollinger Bands. So you can see everything's confluence around here. It's all building up around here. So normally I would wait and get myself out here, I think. But with me de-risking and making the move, I just want to keep my bags steady here. We've got the downward channel as well. And we've got price making a bear flag. And now you normally break out on the 4th or the 5th hit. But as you can see here, we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. So it's normally the 4th that breaks out or the 5th. So it'll be unusual for this to break out. This might even just fake out. And then we've got all the stuff going on in the Middle East right now. It's absolutely crazy, man. Trump is causing mayhem out there. Yeah, Iran's not backing down. And America, I think, will have to back down eventually. But you can see this just escalating. And then, you know, this escalation could be the bottom, could form the bottom here. So yeah, I'm looking at this downward channel, we're bear flagging, we've got a whole load of resistance here in this concrete bit here. And then I think we're getting the move down. So, where am I thinking we're going to go? So first of all, we got here. Let me open this up. This is the measured move from the neckline. So you take the top line from the top to the bottom, and you move it from when it breaks down. Right now, this is showing 35. I know. Bear with me here, guys. It might not be that mad. You have a bear flag here. So price moves down this way. It bear flags and it creates the exact same position down. So you can take a measured move from here. See if this pops up to the concrete. Say something like that, and the gap fill. You know, price is coming down into this area. And why have I marked off this area? Why is that significant? So if you look here on the 12-month candles, the yearly candles, this is where I found, look at this. This support is absolutely, you know, we talk about the weekly support and the monthly support being strong. You know, the yearly support, guys, is just insanely strong. So I zoomed right out to get the support, jumped back into the weeks, and now we're starting to see, okay, we're starting to piece it together a little bit. So the 12 months is concrete. It's solid. We've got a measured move from this head and shoulders to roughly here. We've got a measured move from the bear flag to roughly here. So we're starting to piece this together. In the last markets, I think it went like 86, 77, and maybe 70 from the tops. And right now, this is a 64% withdraw to here. So 65. So if they're going from like mid 80s to 80s to mid 70s, you know, mid 60s seems like it would be a fair. It seems like it would be a fair kind of carry on from where we were. So we got the 12-month candles, and we got these two measured moves from this channel, and also we got this bottom of the channel here. So I think this is where we're going. And then in the timing window between September, October, November, and then what's this here? We're around about 50% here. So I think between 50 and 65% we're going to get the bottom. And it's going to be in this window here. So how do I see it going? In the previous bottoms, price will normally come down. It'll make its way down, flush it down, and it'll pop up, and it'll either make a double bottom, or it might go further, or it might come a wee bit higher. So that's how I see. I think we're going to get some capitulation here on the Iran war. I think something's going to go down that's going to shake it. It's going to pop up to here, close this gap, hit the concrete. Something's going to kick off on this Iran thing that's going to capitulate the market. It's going to flush down hard here. Then we're going to get some bounce, and then we're going to find a bottom somewhere. When I say a bottom, it might be a higher low, but I think it's going to be somewhere here, or it might just dump straight down. This is another. It hasn't done this before, but you know, if it goes mad, something crazy happens in the Middle East, it just capitulates down. That's it, just stays down there and then starts moving up. But something's going to happen, I think. Yeah, I think the market's going to pump higher here. I think we're going to get a fake out on this channel. I think it's going to pump up. We're going to get something that's going to be like, it's going to sound like good news, or you know, it's going to pop the market. It's going to get somewhere around here, maybe fake everyone out, and then get some capitulation event where price just flushes down. Yeah, I would have really liked to held on and just got out here, especially because a lot of my bag was in Ethereum, so it had to be maybe like 20-30% more or something like that, because it had a gap fill at 2.7. But yeah, for the reasons of changing country and moving over, I just thought I'd secure the bag just in case something happens and price didn't get up there, you know. But yeah, guys, I don't think I've got any good news for you in this video at all. You know, pausing the channel, price flushing down, Middle East. It's all a bit mad now. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else for me here. I suppose the one kind of factor is it's holding major support here, and it is holding the previous high. So if it does keep on, if it doesn't close below this, so let me just kind of maybe talk about that. If price holds this and doesn't flush below, you know, it might be worth just trying to hold on to it, because maybe that might be the bottom. But I think here, when this gap fill here and all this resistance above, I think this will be a good time to get out. But that is not financial advice for anyone. Don't listen to me. I'm a random man on the internet. And it's also like, you know, where are we now? If you're in Bitcoin, hold another 30% down. You know, if you're in Bitcoin, you're almost kind of, you're there already. Guys, in terms of time, we're pretty much halfway through the bear market. So even though I've given such a bearish view, it's only for a short while. You know, from here, we're going to start moving up again. And then we're back on. So, you know, if you've bought in here or you held on, to hold on much longer, it's not too far. Now, if you're in altcoins, that could be a bit more. You know, if that's a 30% downfall in Bitcoin, you could be looking at another 50, 60, 70% down in altcoins. It's it's one of those things, guys. I can't make the decision for you. It's like if you're happy to hold for another 6 months and watch it go back up again, sound. If you want to get out, because like myself, you got to de-risk for life, anything that's happening there. Maybe you got, I don't know, maybe you got a wedding coming up, or I don't know. But you got to de-risk for, like myself, or moving. A good time to de-risk is probably, if you start de-saying out here upwards, at least you can de-risk a little bit. Say if you just, maybe you get 50% off and then price doesn't get that high and it dumps down, at least you got 50% off to reallocate down here if price gets down there. You know what I mean? DCA up, maybe DCA down, just to make sure you're in. But yeah, I'll probably, I say this is going to be the last video. It's not going to be the last video, guys. It's just a pause why my life is hectic now and I settle in abroad. I will definitely make a video for when I'm reallocating at the bottom here. So, if you are still listening around October time, and yeah, I'll probably be putting a video there out for it. But yeah, guys, I don't know why I'm thinking this is goodbye. It's not goodbye, guys, but it kind of feels like a wee bit of a goodbye because we're pausing. As much appreciated all the comments and the likes over the. It must be just over a year I've done this channel. You're all a good bunch of guys, and I definitely will be making more videos. So it's not forever. It's just a wee time. Let me get myself settled in, and then from there, I'll be able to make more videos, get things going again. But I just need some time now to get things sorted. So this is not goodbye forever, just goodbye for a while, and hope yous managed to get out where you want, or hold on as long as you want. Just do what best suits you. I'm just doing this for myself, but if you're happy to hold on further down, then just hold on. If you want to get out, then get out. Just do what best suits you guys, and yeah, I'll make a video sometime in the future. And until then, all the best. Enjoy yourselves, and yeah, we'll speak to you sometime in the future. Thanks very much, guys. Much appreciated. Have a good one. Cheers.